Hi there, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to do something totally different. I've got a few extra spare bits of meat in the freezer. So I thought, let's try and see if we can make a suet pudding, but it's got pork and pork offal in it. Now, hunting on the internet, couldn't find any recipe for this. So whether it's because it's not been done before or because it's just kind of come out awful, play on words there, I don't know. So I'm going to give this a try. And we'll see if it does come out okay, or whether it does come out truly awful and is uneatable. So what we're going to use, I've got here 200 grams of pork chopped up, so pork loin. This one I've got 125 grams of pork liver, 125 grams of pork kidney, 125 grams of pork hearts as well. Now we need 300 grams of suet pastry, which I've already made up there. Now that's got 150 grams of suet and 300 grams of plain flour, a bit of water and a teaspoonful of baking powder in there. I'm going to use 1 onion, 2 large chopped up mushrooms, 2 tablespoonfuls of Worcestershire sauce, or Worcester sauce we abbreviate it to here, and flour with salt, pepper, seasoned just to mix all the meat into. So the first thing we're going to do is line this dish with our suet pastry. So let's crack on and get that done first of all. Right, so to roll this out into a round, so we can fit it into that pirate stitch there. Let's roll this out. Now I've already lined that with margarine to make it easier to get it out. So just roll this suet pastry. I've already made it up just to make it a bit easier and a bit quicker. I'm sure you know how to make suet pastry. Let's roll that out. That should be rolled up enough. Pull that up. I just need to get that into dish. That make sure it goes all the way down to the bottom. Gently push it in. Now do this as gently as you can. You don't want to break the casing. That's it. Make sure it goes right to the bottom without breaking. Fine. Now I just need to take off this excess suet pastry at the top. Now what's left I will be making into a lid to put on the top. Just press that around the edges. Get rid of all those creases there. Done. There we go, and there's the suet casing done, all ready to go and put the filling into. So now let's get over to the cooker and we can do the filling that goes into the middle of that. Right, so I've got a bit of oil in the pan, just let that heat up a little bit longer. And then we're going to just fry off these onions and the mushrooms first of all. Now, while they're frying off, there's the flour mixture, seasoned flour. So basically, we just put the rest of the meat into there. Get all the good coating. So there's the loin pork, that's all nicely coated in the seasoned flour. That's all the meat's nicely coated. So give it a turn. They're done. Now when they're fried down sufficiently, you need to put them to one side. Then back on the heat. A bit more oil. And what we just need to do now You just fry off the rest of the meat, get it all nicely sealed in. Back it all down in the pan. So just keep turning that until all the meat's sealed in all sides. So we'll carry on doing it. I'll come back when it's done. It's coming along nicely. Just keep turning that all over. Make sure all the meat is nicely sealed in. And when that's nicely done, pour a little bit of water in the pan, keep stirring, and that should then thicken the mixture up with that flour surrounding the meat. Now you can add a beef stock if you want, but I'm going to let the meats release their own flavour while it's steaming, rather than putting a beef stock in there. The Worcestershire sauce in next. Well, that should thicken up nicely, it's getting there. I'm just going to leave that to simmer for about 15 minutes. Right, that's thickened up nicely, a nice bit of gravy there. Now we put back in the onion and the mushroom mixture. And then just give that a good mix round, mix it all in together. So when it's all mixed in, that's all ready to go in the suet pastry casing. So let's take it over to the pastry container and put it in there. You see already cutting out, it's about a 7-inch circle there to put on the top. So let's get the filling in the casing first of all. Spoon that into there. Pack it down tight. I think that's about all I'm actually going to get in there. That's it. I'm just going to put a little bit of tiny water over the top, so when that soaks through, it'll give you a bit more thicker gravy as well. And what we need to do now is just put this lid on there. So I'm just going to make all the pastry around the edge wet so it seals in. Okay, that goes over the top. Push it well down so all the suet pastry sticks together. Make sure it's all nicely sealed in. There we go, done, that's ready for steaming. I'm now going to put that in the steamer for about an hour and a half, 2 hours. I'm going to put a pleated greaseproof paper top over there, tight round with string so it seals it all in. So I'm going to put that in the steamer now, hour and a half, 2 hours, and see what it comes out like. So we come back when it's finished steaming. There we go, that's come out looking all nice and golden. So here's the proof of the pudding. So let's cut into it. The pastry on the outside is nice and crispy. That's a nice suet pastry, that one. So, let's cut into that. Smells nice. We'll give it that. Just get a chunk of that out. plate. Right, there we go. Which is not much. I've been it up for you. There isn't much gravy, and it hasn't produced much gravy. It's cooked up nice, so let's give it a try. It is a bit hot at the moment. Let's try the pastry first of all. Get the old suet pastry there. That suet pastry is cooked to perfection. So I'm going to let you see if this actually is nice or whether it is truly awful, as they say. Let's have a look. Well, I say the proof of the pudding is in the eating, and that pudding is damn good, even if I say so myself. Have a bit there. Oh, yeah. That has worked out very well indeed, so I would certainly give it a try if I was you. So I'm going to make myself up a little bit of gravy, put another slice on here, put a bit of gravy over it, and that's going to be my tea for tonight. But yeah, that has come out better than I expected, much better. So hope you enjoyed that one. So look after yourselves, be kind to each other, and I'll catch you on the next one.